Hey everybody, how's it going today? It's Frankie here and I'm back with another movie review after a long time. I think it's been like 2 months. I mean, I did check back through my YouTube channel and I saw the last movie review and it was from 2 months ago. It was called a movie called Get Duped. I don't know if some of you have seen that. Yeah, I've got some reviews on that. But yeah, I don't know if it was an okay movie that. And yeah, so I figured why not do another movie review tonight just to get back in the groove before the football reviews come into it. So get practicing more talking about movies because I haven't watched a movie for a while. And also, this is my first YouTube video with me wearing these glasses. I think it has been anyway. The reason I haven't been wearing these glasses is because my mum borrowed them for a while and then she obviously forgot where she put them and she wasn't wearing them again. I don't know how long she wasn't wearing them for. And yeah, so I picked them up. I was like, why have I not been wearing these? These are my favourite pair. Look how humorous they look. I can't stop moving them. And yeah, before the comments come in, this does not make me look like a nerd. This just makes me like, all we do wearing glasses, I just happy to have a funny one as a pair. And I've done the black glasses for so many years. I feel like just why not wear these for like 2-3 more years? To have a bit of a swap. I'll put the other glasses away. So yeah, why not? And yeah, so let me get into the movie now before I stumble my words and rant on a bit more about something that's not relevant to the video. This is a movie where I don't know what to think of it. And bear in mind, I was looking for an hour and 20-minute movie. Because I'm not too long yet. I'll get back into the groove of watching movies again after a while. And yeah, this movie I don't know what to, so it's ridiculous, right? When I saw it, I was like, okay, good title. It's called Babe Camp. Right, it's a strange. I'm just gonna summarize it. It's about these two dudes that going to a new camp and things sort of got out of control. Not massively, but movies like this very misleading, especially about description. Description was true, but it's not funny at all. It's just probably has the odd 1-2 scenes that are funny, but I didn't laugh one bit throughout. I mean, I'm just going to summarize this. Basically, it starts off with a dude dreaming about this chick called Christy. Excuse me. It's about this dude called Charlie, and he's dreaming about some chick called Christy, and yeah, Christy's seducing him or whatever is in the dream, and then he gets woken up by Billy's mum, Miss Cockburn. Conveniently called Miss Cockburn, I know. Then I think she gets a bit, feeling set type away for him for some reason. I have no idea what's happening. And then they go on a road trip on the place called New Camp. I'm not going to talk about the part in the car because that's not really the most significant of them. I'm just going to skip. And then they come across a camp which is called New Camp. Bear that in mind, I kind of feel like with how dumb these two men are, I kind of knew it wasn't going to be that sort of an easy movie in that sense. And then they go on and they start, they get checked in by someone called Miss Twinkle or whatever it is. Can't remember what her name is. I'm just going to say that anyway. Strange name, I know. And then they go out and then they go, they never bring a tent, blah, blah, because Billy didn't mention that. I mean, don't we know why you wouldn't take a tent? Sorry, they would have Spurs as well anyway, but it doesn't matter. They mess around with the tent. You can watch it for yourself. They come and they complain, but where's the naked people? There's no nude people. And these idiots, right? When I saw the spelling of nude, I was just like, hold up. It doesn't look like a nude place to me. It's spelled N-O-O-D, not N-U-D-E. And these dudes thought it was that sort of nude. It's ridiculous. This movie is ridiculous. Oh, help me lords out there, man. Seriously. And then the woman's telling them off and those two were just talking back to her and she had a heart attack and they forced her to sign, the camp over to them. And then they started getting people coming in and they didn't know what they were doing. It was just pathetic and they couldn't afford to live back to where to their lives currently. And then they come across they see these cheerleaders who I must admit, wow, I gotta admit the cheerleaders were busty as hell. But anyways, this is a movie review. That's not. I don't want to get into it in the public bits. I'm just saying cheerleaders are very fit. But yeah, they put her outside and Billy went. They were fit with Billy. Billy went inside the tent to one of them. You can imagine what they're trying to do. Don't know what exactly they were, but they're trying to do something. He didn't talk about it throughout the movie, so That's something new, I guess. Usually character that would tell them what exactly happened. And then they come across two women called Janet and Brenda. Bear in mind, I will talk about the end of this. That obviously has to do with every movie and show review. Well, every movie review more like. And then I knew there was some suspicion about these two because these two have been too easily flirty. They're being too easily seductive. And then as time went by, and the time went by in the movie, you see this scene of like Charlie. Charlie can't contain himself. Every dream he has, he gets horny or whatever. Like, I don't know if I could say that word. Yeah, it's that sort of movie anyway. The guy can't. I mean, what is going on? This guy can't control himself like that. Worse than some other dudes out there. But and I know they're both idiots, but I feel like Billy is a bit more of the sensible one up there. He's a bit more reasonable and logical, whereas with Charlie, he's a bit more reckless. Whereas Billy can say the odd wrong thing as well. And and then there's a moment where Billy pissed on someone's tent and the guy opened up. And then tell me Charlie went to take a shower, a woman was showering. He was wearing earpods, so he didn't quite, notice when he walked in and he heard it. Don't know how. And then he started you know what I mean, man. He started doing, having a stroke. He started stroking himself, right, to this woman. I'm not sure if I had to say these certain words on YouTube. And then the woman saw him, and the woman noticed something, and she just screamed, and he ran out. And I don't know how she didn't realize it was him. I don't know how she didn't realize it. And she came and she's like, "Got born pick, there's some perverts on here. What is going on?" And the guy said, "We'll investigate that. Don't worry." And no, you can say no. We'll see what happens. All right. And the boyfriend came in and started to, take her out and take her away. And there wasn't not many characters in this, bear that in mind. And and these two women are planning something. I think they eventually say, these two women start talking to each other and say, we need to do something. 100% need to do something. And they're the daughters of Miss Twinkle, or Twinkle, however you pronounce her name. Anyway, I don't know. I look up again anyway. But yeah, they're trying to seduce them, force them to get answers out of them, and they start asking these guys if they want to go on a double date, and they say yes. This scene, oh my god, this scene's a bit too kinky, you could say, and a bit too they start that like dominatrix. And then, whoever's seen the movie before, this would definitely make you go, what the hell is going on? I just looked at it with no emotion because I was just like, what is going on? Like, and then you get Billy that was on the floor with a gag ball in his mouth, and then they did and obviously was it Janet? No, Sandra, not Brenda. Sorry, it was Janet and Sandra. I think the older woman's name is Sandra, and then the older woman's name is Janet, and then Sandra came in. Sandra's like the other two. You know what I mean? And then Sandra says to Billy, I'll look at the names again. Don't worry. Sandra said again, Sandra said to Billy, do you want me to get out my slot, my little slot? And he, I think Billy possibly meant, you know what I mean. And she got some sort of like thing to spank someone with. And started hitting hitting Billy's like backside, Billy's arse. Like, what is? And then Janet tried to force an answer out of Charlie. And then at this bit, right? Oh my goodness. And then she says, if you want to test the answer of how you actually got a hold of this camp, then I'm going to have to bring out my special toy. And Charlie got all hype. And then out came the toy. Oh boy. That rhymes too. And then and then it was a massive like and then it was like I think a dildo toy, and then with a jaw attached to it, and started drilling his oh my god, that's a nightmare for both of them. I think Billy had it the easiest. He didn't have anything to drill into him. He had something hitting him. Oh my god, this movie, man. And then they both enjoyed it. They both the next it cuts to those two talking, saying, that was amazing. And then it came on to the launch. I don't know why they enjoyed that. And they came to the launch night, the launch day, because there was a bachelorette party, and they wanted these cheerleaders to dance for them. And then they got these three dudes, and these three dudes started stalking themselves as well to these cheerleaders. Goodness, man, I don't know what I've watched. I knew on the site when it was going to give me a comedy movie like this. It was unintentional. I swear I didn't even know anything about this movie. I didn't know it was going to roll like that. I thought it was actually going to be funny. I mean, before this, Janet, the older woman, obviously put she didn't obviously put laxative in the soup, and that's the only thing that they ever had was soup. And then she put the laxative in the soup, and they put all the soup in the bowl. Everyone started having it, and they got the cheerleaders to come up and do a dance routine. This is where it gets nasty, this scene. I don't think I've ever seen a scene like this in any movie in my life. That is just nasty and disgusting. Honest to God, like, oh my God. And when I mean it, I would say, I've never seen, usually when characters sort of, go to the toilet in their trousers, or you accidentally, like defecate themselves or whatever. Usually they don't show anything like that. But as soon as the cheer is starting, as soon as everyone just had a bad stomach, you can hear the sound effects. And when the cheerleader farted, there was like a black stuff was spraying out from everybody else, especially people's faces on the furniture. It was disgusting. I think someone is called Philip White, who the producer and director of this movie is. What were you thinking with this movie, man? You thought this movie was funny. If it's like a project and you just want to practice, I get it. There's nothing funny in this. We could probably say the stuff was a tiny bit. This movie was dreadful. I remember when one of the comments on the IMDb site, and they said this film is awful. That's all I had to know. But comedies like this, it wasn't even terrible funny. It just made me go, oh, what the hell is this? Oh man. And then photography, so I said, I'm going to call the health inspector, get you in trouble. It wasn't even them. I mean, Janet did admit that her and her sister planned and did all this. So I'm told they didn't go to them. But it was under the guys care, in that sense. And the officer came looking for two gentlemen. Because obviously they found out that they were sisters. But they knew they were sisters, but they didn't know they were like daughters of, Miss Twinkle, whatever, something like that is. And then as soon as they left, after they signed, I think, what was her name? Sandra said, see you later, boys. And then at the end of it, they actually got the job there. I had a feeling. I thought they were going to remain managers and they were going to get themselves together, and they're going to be a bit more smart, and they're going to be managed that business permanently. It turns out that the sisters actually did that, and they're following their mother's footsteps. And then there's a woman screaming, and Billy said, "What did you do?" Which is like his face to him. And then he was, "I didn't do nothing. I swear I didn't." He said, "Yeah, really." And then what woman came out, and then these three dudes started going after her, and so did Billy and Charlie. It just ended like that. Wow. Can't lie though, the women have to be, they don't have to be, but women in these sort of movies are made to look attractive as well. That's another thing I've noticed. I mean, usually it would have to be because it would get them more viewers. But what on earth did I just watch? Oh my God, man, seriously. Especially that kinky scene. I don't need therapy, that's going to be on my mind now. That's weird. Excuse me, a bit burped there. I don't know if you saw a bit of wind there coming out. But yeah, not to mention the the Charlie character kind of looks like who was that Neil? Was it Neil from The Young Ones? Is it? Looks like him. And Billy looks like Billy looks like a toss up between Mark LeBert and Alan Carr. Because when he has the glasses on, he looks like Alan Carr. But when he has the glasses off, he looks like Mark LeBert. No offense to you, Mark LeBert, you're a good chaser, but the Billy character does look a bit like you. I thought it was going to be Jack Black. I don't know, man. I have no clue. They were absolutely just, it's a ridiculous movie. Literally, what am I going to rate this, huh? Nothing is good coming out of it. I don't know anything good. What do I rate this? There's nothing to it. I kind of like the story to it, the concept, but don't false advertise. They didn't spiral out of control. Nothing much even happened. Come on, at least make more things happen. I've seen comedy movies and shows where loads of things and it goes out of control happens. Not like, oh, the odd scene there, the odd scene there. That's not spiraled out of control. That's just the odd things happening. There's nothing spiraled out. Come on, be realistic with this movie. You know what? Rating for this, 2 out of 10. Acting, appalling. I mean, comedy was non-existent. They just acted like idiots throughout. You could say the females were actually a bit more. I mean, if you're acting a comedy like this, yeah, I suppose things like that. Yeah, you're gonna have to tell back to. I mean, comedy should be better than this. The acting should be better. Regardless, it should be more fun. It should have more humor. It was non-existent. Literally, the setting for it is a camp. So what else can I say? Even that they did do a good job making looking good. I thought there's gonna be nudity in it. Not that I would rate that any higher, because that nudity could be in any sort of movie and show, really, couldn't it? Well, yeah, I think that rating is correct anyway. So yes, 2 out of 10 it is. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like, comment, share, and subscribe and hit the notification below. As I see you in my next video.